Pepsi, Amazon, Canon, Starbucks, Adobe, Tesla. What do all of these places have in common? They have great domain names. And in this video, I'm going to show you 5 steps that will help you choose a good domain name every time. Let's go. What is up? My name is Chris. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to make money online, not just a little bit of money, but a lot of money, be sure to hit that subscribe button and tick the bell icon next to it so you don't miss anything. And one of my favorite places to buy domain names is Namecheap.com. And the greatest thing about Namecheap.com is just that they're cheap. You can buy your own domain name for less than $11. I'll be sure to put a link down in the description. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the tips. Number 5, go for the .com. True, in this day and age, a lot of people may say that you don't have to necessarily get a .com to have a successful website. And that's entirely true. With the many different TLDs that are available today, you can get a .org or a .net or a .co, or you can even get country specific by getting like .fr for France or .ca for Canada. And even though there are so many different options that you can go with, the .com is still the most universal way of recalling a website because it speaks to a group of people who may not be computer savvy enough to know that a .co or a .org or a .biz exists. If you are able to go for the .com, go for the .com. As a secondary choice, you can go with a .net or even a .co or .co. Anything other than that, I would probably shy away from and try to come up with a different name. Now be sure to watch this video all the way through because I do have a bonus tip at the end that you're not going to want to miss. The number 4 tip, be unique and brandable. The world of exact match domains and even partial match domains, even though they work to a certain extent, the way Google is going nowadays, they make it very difficult to avoid what's called over optimization. And if you have too many keywords in your domain name, you avoid penalizing yourself from being able to rank on Google consistently. So the key here is to make sure that you choose something that is brandable, something that you can associate a value proposition to. For example, M&M, it melts in your mouth, not in your hands. That's their value proposition. And when you think about M&Ms, that's the first thing you think of. So you can use that same principle with your domain name. Come up with something and then associate it with whatever your brand, whatever your niche or interest is, so that when people think about that interest, they think about your website. You do this by being everywhere, be in social media, be in forums, use your website a lot in different types of conversation. This is the best way that you can add a brand and a value proposition to your domain name. Another benefit of it being so unique is if you choose something that is not necessarily widely used, it's very easy to find you in search engines. For example, the term Benji's dad wasn't necessarily used a ton on the internet. So when I tell people to visit benjisdad.com, even if they were to accidentally Google it or put it into a search engine, Benji's dad or my website is still going to be the first thing that pops up. This helps greatly with the discoverability of your website because people can find it by going directly to it or by simply searching it in a search engine. The number 3 tip, make sure it is something that is easy to pronounce and spell. This means don't put numbers or hyphens or anything like that into your domain names. If you went with something like 24jumpstreet.com, did you spell out 24? Is it the numbers 24? Stay away from zeros because people may confuse it for whether or not it's the letter O or if it's an actual 0. If you can help it, be sure to avoid those types of things before coming up with your domain name. Another key thing to remember is to make sure it is something that's easy to pronounce, because if it's easy to pronounce, it's very recallable. It's very easy to remember. So if someone goes to a website and types in Benji's dad, because it's very simple to remember, then they'll be able to type it while they're speaking it. Believe me, if you get a domain name that rolls off the tongue, it makes it very easy for people to find you, remember you, and get to your site. The number 2 tip, avoid domain names that already have existing brands attached to them. For example, if we chose the brand Nike, you wouldn't want to buy mynikeshoes.com. It's too close to what Nike already has. And if your site were to actually blow up and you start making money from it, you don't want Nike kind of sneaking up on you and saying, hey, you're making money because of our name. So be sure to stay away from places like that because you don't want to get sued. Now, I'm not a legal expert, but if you ever have any questions about the type of words that you can use in your domain name, be sure to consult a lawyer. Another thing that you need to watch out for when it comes to avoiding certain types of domain names is to avoid ones that even remind or sound like other brandable domains. For example, if your name was Tess and you happen to sing, you're not going to name your site Tesla for obvious reasons. Be unique and get something that stands out on its own. Now, I have a bonus tip for you, so stay tuned. The number one tip, keep it short. Now, this one goes back to the easy to remember, easy to pronounce tip that we gave earlier. By keeping your domain name short and succinct, it makes it extremely easy for people to recall your website, even if they haven't seen you or your brand in a long time. So avoid getting best baseball gloves for left-handed pitchers.com. That's way too long. Make sure to only limit it to 2, maybe 3 words tops. Now, here's the bonus tip. Is the name that you're looking for already taken? That's actually perfectly okay. It's okay to add a prefix or a suffix somewhere in the domain to make it more unique and make it yours. So obviously, a site like baseballgloves.com is already taken. However, you can go with mybaseballgloves.com or chris'sbaseballgloves.com or uberbaseballgloves.com. Whatever it is that you're interested in, you can add a prefix or a suffix to really make it unique, and you can buy that domain. So definitely, your domain name is extremely important, and you want to put a little bit of consideration into it before you just go willy-nilly buying a domain. However, just a word of caution, do not waste too much time trying to come up with a domain name, because at the end of the day, that is not going to be the primary factor that gets people to your website. Your great engaging content is what's going to get people to your site. In fact, if you want to learn the best way to write reviews and get paid $100 a day, be sure to go check out that video there. There I have 5 actionable tips that will help you put together the perfect review blog post and get paid from it. Getting paid to write reviews is definitely one of the best ways to make money online, and if you want to learn how to do that, there is a little bit of a technical know-how, a step-by-step guide that you're probably going to want to have to take advantage of. So be sure to go check out benjisdad.com. That's benjisdad.com. There I have a free video series that I've put together just for you that will show you step by step how you can build your own business online and make money just by writing reviews. So go check it out, benjisdad.com. I'll be sure to put a link down in the description. By the way, if you have some domain names that you want to run by me, be sure to put them down in the comments and I'll let you know if I think they're a good domain or not. So if you want to make money online, not just a little bit of money, but a lot of money, be sure to hit that subscribe button that should pop up about right there. Check out the latest video on the channel, which should be about right there, and I will catch you all later.